Hi guys, and welcome back to a brand new video. Now, welcome to the channel. Hello, if you're new. Hello, my name is Roly, YouTuber person. Welcome to the channel. So today we're here for a bit of a different type of video. Now you're probably like, oh, he's sitting down, and I have some things to tell you. As you know, if you have been here for a little while, if you don't know, I have been talking about a life event happening around about this time. I've been talking about it for a little while, and it's quite a big thing. Now I was going to put this onto my second channel, but I was like, do you know what, actually this deserves a real video properly done on my main channel, because it is actually quite a big deal. So yes, I've been talking about this big life event that's happening recently, and I've kind of been keeping it a secret. A few of you kind of found out on your own. So I would like you to meet little Globex. Oh my gosh, where do I even begin? Jesus Christ. So I have a new fluff baby called Globex. He absolutely loves it. If you stroke him underneath his chin, down his front, and on his chest and around his cheeks, he absolutely loves it. So I know a lot of you are going to ask what does his name mean? Where does his name come from? Globex is something for you to figure out. It's very easy. If you know me, you should be able to figure out what Globex is. I'm going to do a little, so I do have a Instagram set up for him. It's called Globex Cat. I'll link it down below. I'm going to do a little video explaining his name. Not yet though. I want people to see if they can find out what it is first. A few of you did already find the Instagram, which is strange, but I do have, obviously as an influencer, of course I was going to make a cat Instagram, but I do have an Instagram. It's called Globex Cat, GLOBEXCAT. There's a link down below. You can go follow it. Come watch the journey of me and Globex. So he is an Arabian Mau cat. I've never heard of this type of cat before. He's going to be kind of not massive, but not small. He's kind of a medium-sized cat. He is beautiful. He's my perfect cat. I always really wanted a ginger cat. It didn't really matter what kind of type it was. I just wanted a really nice ginger cat. We had ginger cats growing up, and I think maybe because we had them as children, in my mind it was always I really wanted a cat that was kind of reminiscent of what I had as a kid. He's got absolutely beautiful markings. He has these stripes that kind of go on his front and back legs, and in the center he's got dots. It's a very interesting color combination. And he's so beautiful. He's very friendly. I do feel he's warmed up to me very quickly. So unfortunately, he was actually found as a tiny baby, the size of your palm, in a car park. The rescuers didn't know if it was someone who had just abandoned him, or if it was a stray cat, the mother had kind of just left the baby. They don't actually know what the complete situation was. But he was found by some children and taken to adults and so on and so forth. And then he ended up with the foster home until he was old enough to be given out. So essentially, he's been spayed, he's been chipped, vaccinated, all the things that young cats need to do. So they estimate he's about 6 months old, so he's still really young. I've done a few different video clips that I've sort of filmed my meeting him. I filmed all that stuff. I'm gonna play after this kind of intro bit, so me meeting him in the next few days that he's been going on. It's so funny. The one time I'd actually quite like him to be really active here, he decides to walk off. Anytime I'm trying to do anything after, he was always screaming and shouting to be next to me, but now I want him to do that. He's disappeared. One thing that I found quite lucky as well is that he doesn't actually shed very much. One of my things about getting animals, one of the biggest things was oh my god, I'm dreading the fur being everywhere, fur scattered all around the house. After the few days he's been with me, it's actually been okay. I haven't really noticed excessive amounts of fur anywhere. So I've had him for a few days now. He arrived on Wednesday, and it's been interesting. It's definitely been difficult, and there's been a bit of a love-hate relationship. I adore him, I love him, but there's little parts of me sometimes that's oh my god, you're so annoying. He was very timid to begin with. He was very scared. He went and hid for the first few hours, and he then sort of came out, did a little bit of exploring, but he kept himself to himself for the first evening. He was very chatty. He was meowing a lot. He was obviously clearly quite nervous, and he did actually come and sit kind of to the side of the sofa, so he was kind of near me but not on me or really close, but he definitely warmed up fast. However, what I have noticed about him is, and I've done lots of research on this, he tends to go to these sort of meowing fits where he'll suddenly just out of nowhere just start screaming, and I'm not it's not just little meows, it's screaming to the stage where it's almost he's dying. He's fine, he's got everything he needs, he's got water, he's got the litter tray, he's already litter trained, he's got everything he needs, but he just goes goes on these like intense like meowing fits, and especially at nighttime, which has been obviously very annoying to sleep with. I've had to resort to keeping him in the living room anyway, just at nighttime, so I can actually sleep. All the research I've done is it's just him processing what's going on, and it's just him vocalizing that he's processing going on. I love how he's meowing and cleaning himself at the same time. He's like meowing while he's licking his foot. Yes, I'm talking about you. So I'm going to insert my little vlog clips that I have done now, and you can see the process of when I first met him to now, and then I'll do like a little thing at the end as well. The audio quality might change a bit, I apologize, but just like bear with. Okay, so we are now back in the past. You're in my blinds, so if you're wobbling a little bit, I apologize. The earthquake of Brighton. So back in the past, and today is the day that I eventually get my lovely Globex, my lovely ginger boy. I'm very, very excited. Preparations, I've got like the living room all sort of set up for him. For everything I've been read, all the research and everything I've been told. So I'm going to keep him in the living room / sort of kitchen area for the first couple of days. I've also got a few of my like t-shirts that need to be washed kind of around the area, just so we can kind of get used to my natural kind of smell. I was told to do it a lot as well, so I'm sure this will help. But I've got like everything ready for the living room, ready for him to be here. I've got cushions all like soft things everywhere around him, so he's got lots of comfortable places to sit. Picture in my mind in the future when he gets more comfortable. This area here in the kitchen is gonna probably be his favorite spot. On the front here where the windows are, I've got like a little seating area, and I've put loads of cushions down. I get so much sun coming through this in the afternoon. I have a suspicion this is gonna be his favorite place. I've got like a nice little pee pad and like a towel just wrapped on the sofa cushion, just on the off chance he has an accident. I've got like a little tunnel toy for him to use if he wants to go hide a little bit, but I do have one of my t-shirts on the inside as well, so he can get used to my smell. I'm going to like try and work here. Normally I'm up in my office in the top floor because I want to keep him down here. I'm going to actually work in this room as well. I brought my old laptop down. I'm not going to like bug him, like keep bugging him, but I will just sort of sit and work here. So I'm here, but not like interfering with him. Yes, I'll check in with you again once the kitty gets here. I'm a bit nervous. It's very strange to think I'm going to have a live animal in here. I'm ready, very excited, and yeah, God, I have my little baby. He's so beautiful. Hello, baby. Oh, I'm getting a bit emotional. Hello. Oh, you are so beautiful. He's so beautiful. You're in help now, baby. Okay, so I got these little like dreamy treats. I'm talking quietly because I don't want to scare him. My voice is actually quite loud, so I don't want to scare him. I got some little dreamy treats. I'm just going to kind of put them near him. I don't want to go too close to him. Like, I don't want to make him nervous. He's so beautiful. Ah, look at him. It feels like I'm spying on someone. I've put a scratching thing next to his bed as well. There we go. You must be so confused. Hello, baby. Oh, if I go, oh, there we go. Oh, good boy. Yes, there, you're not on your food. He's been travelling a lot, so I probably gave him a bit too much food, but well, for now it's fine. There we go. Look at the markings on it, it's so beautiful. Oh, I thought he might go under the sofa. He's just gone under the sofa? I kind of assumed he'd probably go and hide under there because obviously it's quite large and dark. Again, I don't want to stand up and go try to see. I'm just going to kind of let him do his thing. Like, the room is secure. He can't get out of this room. I feel a bit, like, sad for him because he must be so confused and scared from being, like, found in a car park, taken in, rehabilitated, I guess, and now moved again. But, you know, it's the life of a rescue cat, I guess, unfortunately. Is this good? You found the litter tray? Okay, so far so good. This is good. I didn't expect him to walk around so much already. I thought he would hide for a lot longer, to be honest. Hello, baby. Wanna come and say hello? Yeah? I know, it must be very scary. Oh. I just want to, like, give him a huge hug, but I can't, obviously. I have to leave him alone, but I'm like, oh. Hello, baby. Put your food there for you. Yeah. I was worried when I'm not worried, but I was like, when he was inside that little, like,
cubbyhole for a bit. I was like, oh God, is he just going to stay in there all bloody night and not come out? Look, gorgeous. Oh, there we go. Oh, that's good. Hello. Oh, yes. Oh, such a beautiful boy. Oh, that's right. Hello. Success. I can calm down a bit now. Oh, yes. Oh. I must look at everything and everything. I've been hiding for ages, and now it's like I can barely keep him still. He's like literally going everywhere. I would say we've made progress. Hello, baby. He just came and jumped on me a second ago. Oh, it's very talkative. Hello. Hello, baby. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. I'm very happy with the progress, to be honest. Oh, look. Oh, there we go. He's rubbing himself on everything. I know he's like scent marking everything. He's just like rubbing himself against everything. So, last night was eventful. I knew this was probably going to happen. I did read about it. I read, again, I did loads of research. I kind of assumed this was going to happen, but lots of people were telling me that like when you get a new cat, especially a rescue cat, that there's a possibility that it could have, on the first couple of days, it'll hide a bit, but it'll also be very vocal as it's trying to adjust. It'll probably be a little bit nervous and panicked and everything. And he was doing really well last night. And I think he built a lot more confidence up, but he meowed for most of the night. It was actually quite difficult to listen here too. Originally I was going to sleep on the sofa down here with him. I did go in my bed actually to sleep for some of the night because I needed to have some kind of sleep, but he was just kind of meowing and meowing and meowing, and he wasn't really like doing anything. He wasn't like he was trying to get like my attention or anything. He was kind of just walking around the room just like meowing constantly, and I'm assuming it's just him trying to adjust to the new location, a bit confused. I looked on the internet as well afterwards. I was like, why is my new cat meowing so much? And everywhere I was reading it was just because unfortunately cats don't like change, so he's just come from another home that there were foster homes, and then that's why he's meowing. Like everything he needs is here, but I think he was just a bit nervous and scared. However, he's managed to get himself into a very interesting position. He's got on top of the work count. I don't know how he's got up there. Honey monster. Oh, he's a honey monster. Sugar puffs. Gay cats covered in sugar. So I'm assuming he might have went on the counter, jumped up there, and then went up there. I'm going to go get him down, because in case he might not actually be able to get himself down, I have no idea, but I'm going to go get him down in a second. He really enjoys sitting on the end here. I mean, I don't really want him on the kitchen counter, but I don't know what to do to stop him from going up. I mean, I'm very clean. I do wipe everything down all the time. It's kind of difficult to not, to stop him from going up there. He's stressed, because I'm always like, oh God, is he eating enough? Is he crying because he's hungry or something? But no, he's actually really good at eating. He won't eat his wet food still. I know cats can be fussy with that sometimes, but it's the one I was told to buy, but we'll see. He does love the little potato. Little potatoes? I find it interesting when you have things like this, you'll sort of throw it for him and he'll go after it, but as soon as he gets to it, it's just like, oh, bored. I actually have to go over. I'm basically playing catch by myself with someone who just runs back and forward. Ready? So he loves it, but it's just I'm the one that has to, because he's like bored, can't bother with that anymore. I'm so glad that he likes the cat tree. He's purring really loud. You probably won't want to hear it, but... Oh, big boy stretches. Oh, no, don't go for my Pepsi. I'm just glad that he enjoys the cat tree. After the stress of putting it up, he actually is using it, which is nice. Hi everyone. So it is officially now day 3 with the new little catouage. I don't know if you can see him. I don't know if it's taking a shot. He's gone back on top of the cabinet again. You can probably hear him meowing. I'm just kind of waiting to see if he can actually get himself down. I don't want him to start getting stuck up there. But yesterday, I just brought him down when I got down in the morning. I don't know if he can get himself down, and it's a bit I don't want him to keep going up there and then getting stuck, and say I'm not here for a long period of time or something, and then he's just stuck up there. So we're kind of just letting him work out if he can get down or not. Yeah, I don't think he can get down from there, because I mean, I'm assuming he's jumping up onto the fridge and then jumping up here, but to go the other way is probably quite difficult. Yeah, see, this is what I was worried about. He'd get himself stuck. Oh, okay, you did it, okay. I mean, I still prefer you not to do that, though. Oh. There we go. Oh, my gorgeous boy. You are so pretty. Isn't he gorgeous? Isn't he absolutely stunning? Right, go on then. Yeah, he definitely did better last night. He wasn't as, screamy. But I've still got clothes and things randomly scattered just so we can get used to my smell. Meow. I said that'd be his favourite spot. I said it in a couple of days, and already he's sitting there, and he loves sitting there. I mean, the sunlight isn't coming through. I was just talking now, so it's like, oh, I can hear a voice. He loves sitting there, though, and watching people. He actually used his scratch pad. I've been trying to get him to understand that that is a... Oh, hello! So he doesn't scratch the sofa, and he just used it, so I'm very excited about that. Very interested in the birds on the screen. Meow! He just jumped up on my lap for the first time. I mean, he sat on me before, but it's always been like me picking him up. But he actually looked at me through the little hole down here and like jumped up through the desk underneath it to me. And now he's giving himself a bath. It's quite nice that he's like actually trusting me quite a lot now. We had my friends Jamie and Sharma come over today and meet him, and he was so well behaved. He wasn't really scared. He was a little bit nervous to begin with, but he warmed up to them really quickly. So this is the end of day 3 now. Technically, it's been about 48 hours if you consider the time. It's, you know, it's only really been at 48 hours, of technically day 3, but the way the times have gone. And I think he's progressing really well. I'm going to try tonight to see what he's like not being closed in the living room to sleep and actually like sleep with me. If he starts to do his like sort of nighttime screaming, I will put him in the living room. And I think from now on, what I'm going to do is in the evenings, let him free. If he starts screaming, I'm going to put him in the living room, and hopefully it trains him to go, if I walk around the house screaming at nighttime, I get put in a room. I don't know if it's gonna work. Hopefully it will. I mean, this is the first time that he's like sat on the floor and jumped up on me and did this. So he obviously must be getting more comfortable. My little baby. This is all I wanted. It's like a nice cat that just came and like rested and was nice and soft and cute. He's decided that my water is now his water. I guess that's what you've got to live with now. Nothing's really mine anymore, it's ours. He's out there on his little cat tree at the moment. He's not screaming now. He's not even in my room. He's out there somewhere. Good signs. He's actually been quite good today. This morning, he was actually a bit of a shit. Got to midday, and he was like actually quite nice. It's not even like separation anxiety because he does it in front of me. He'll do it in front of me when I'm sitting with him, and then he'll just walk around the living room when I'm there screaming, and then he'll walk out and then just do it over the house. There's my little boy sleeping on his cat tree. We might be hitting the peak now, and then it's actually going to start getting better. He is downstairs. I still feel like we had a very good night. He only woke me up twice. The first time was actually him just like jumping onto the bed, which is fine. I didn't put him downstairs for that. I bought this like big cat bed for him. It was actually not bigger than I was expecting. I've got like a little chest of drawers here, so I put it on top of that. So for a lot of it, he actually just slept up there with me. It was around 3:30 or 4 a.m. And then it just came back, and he jumped down, and I wasn't fully awake. I could hear something, but I wasn't really fully awake. And I was like, he went into the hallway, and then just suddenly the hells opened up, and apparently it was the worst time ever. And he was just doing this like screaming meow that he's been doing, and he just kept on going on and on. I did say to him, I know he can't understand. I just sort of tried to, I used a different tone in my voice. I was like, is this gonna blah, blah, blah. He stopped for a second and then just carried on, and he just went on and on and on. And I was like, right, okay, I can't do this. I just picked him up and put him downstairs in the living room. But the fact that it didn't happen until about 4 a.m, half 3, 4 is a good sign, because before it would happen as soon as it got to dark. I hate doing it, but I have to try to teach him that sort of like screaming is just gonna knock thing, you know. No one can sleep through that. It's impossible to sleep through because it's so loud. It's quite bone chilling as well, actually. But it's literally just like this sort of like sound where he's like going, but it's like really high pitched and really loud. For such a small little cat, he can scream. And it sounds like he is in like utter agony. The world is ending, everything's dying. But as I said, the fact that it didn't happen until about 4 a.m. is a good sign, because for the first 2 nights, as soon as it got dark, it was like instant, like scream, 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 scream. So you can see how the little shit's gone. He might have jumped on top of the kitchen counter again, but I made sure I scrubbed it down. Right, where is my little precious angel today? Oh, what a surprise. He's back up the top. Yeah, this is his little spot now. Good morning. Hello. Meow. You're not very happy that I put you down here. Well, you should learn, girl. My little angel is up on top of the counter up here on the cupboard. He can actually get down himself. So yesterday when I was panicking that he couldn't get down, it's fine. So he can actually get down, which is nice. I'm gonna put some like shelves along here that he can like go around all along here, and then sort of put one down here. So it's like almost like a walkway around here, so he can get high up and sort of walk along the top there.
So with all that, so welcome back. So yeah, so hopefully I do have I bought some new cat food here, and hopefully he might try that one. I'd like to at least think that he could eat his wet food. So he's getting what he needs. He loves his kibble. He seems to really enjoy that, and he drinks water and stuff. But I would like to see if he would eat his wet food as well, just because it was expensive. I've done so much research on how to look after like a new baby cat. I have like 4 different friends also who all have cats. Some of them are rescue as well. My friends Novimpia, they've actually had 2 cats from the same company that gave me Globex. I feel like I've researched too much that I almost now are double guessing everything I'm doing. One of the things that I found that has been different to what sort of the general consensus was, they say when you get a new cat that you introduce him to one room and you keep him in that room for like a few days to get him used to it, and then you introduce him to the house slowly. That ain't him, sis. When I brought him in the carrier, I put him down on the side and I closed the living room door because I wanted to keep him into the living room. He came, when he eventually got more comfortable and came out and stuff, he was doing his little shouty meow stuff as he was doing stuff. I tried to stay with him as much as I possibly could, but of course I need to go to the bathroom, I need to go get some work done, all that stuff. So I went out the room, came back in. Him seeing me go out of the room and then come back in, he sat by the door. Even when I was back in the room, he sat by the door, jumping at it, trying to get out of the room, just like just howling and howling and howling. And I was like, no, you can't go out there because I've been told that you have to stay in one room, so you got to stay here, blah 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 blah. Unfortunately, because he's very small and very quick, I went to go to the bathroom one of the days, it was like a couple days ago, and he managed to literally just like dart out of the room as fast as he could, and all of a sudden he was like looking around, and it like calmed him down. And so I was like, oh, and he ran up to the middle floor and like went straight onto his cat tree. I hadn't introduced him to the cat tree yet because I was like, I don't want to give him too much stuff and overstimulate him, but he jumped straight onto the cat tree and like fell asleep. And it was like, what just happened? You've just been screaming and shouting, and now you've been allowed out. You've suddenly calmed down. At that point, I was like, right, you can go in the hallway. I closed my bedroom door and the spare room and the bathroom and everything. I closed all the other doors and was like, look, it's not really giving him much more freedom, but it's giving him a little bit more, because like it's not going to overstimulate him because it's just like stairs and some walls. So there's not loads of, in the hallway, there's just a cat tree that I gave him. That's it. But there's nothing really else there. So I was like, fine, it's not going to overwhelm him, whatever. I then went to empty his litter tray. I just took the stuff out and I went into the bathroom to dispose of it. And he had noticed that I'd opened he was like standing top of the stairs, and he had noticed that I'd opened the bathroom door downstairs, went in for a second and then came back out. And then the exact same thing happened that happened in the living room. He then walked down the stairs, went outside that bathroom door and just started screaming. As soon as he finds out there's something else there that he doesn't know, he just has this like meltdown, and he was sitting outside that door and screaming and screaming. Again, I was going, everything keeps telling me not to do this. They keep saying to me, don't introduce him to new, but as soon as I introduced him to that, I opened the bathroom door, fine, instantly stopped screaming. Just like completely stopped screaming. He was absolutely fine. And I was like, do I just have a weird cat? Is everyone else wrong? But I was like, how can everyone be wrong? All the information is telling me to do this. I was like, fine. I don't leave that bathroom door open anyway. So he looked around, came out and was like suddenly quiet. And I was like, okay, so I closed the door. Later on in the day, I was working in here in the office. I closed the door and he had a bit more free range. Obviously, he was going in the hallway. He sat outside this door, just like screaming. Like, again, it's unless you've got like a cat, it's kind of like, I'm sure some of you who've got cats will understand what I'm talking about by the screaming. But it's like he's in the most immense pain he's ever had in his life. Because I was worried at that point. I was like, am I doing wrong? I was panicking. I was messaging my friends, being like, what am I going to do? Like, what's happening? And we all just like decided, like, fine, just open the door. He came into the computer room, looked around a bit, and just fell asleep on the floor. Completely fine. No screaming, just completely fine. He did little meows, but nothing like he was doing. And I was just like, right, clearly this cat isn't going to follow these normal rules. So I kind of just opened up the other doors in the house. Instantly, I noticed a change in him. He was so much more relaxed. He was so much more like, I guess, happy. It completely changed his mood. He's very sort of like just scatterbrained, just looking at everything. And I don't know if maybe him seeing things that he can't completely understand, or like he knows something there, suddenly sends him to a meltdown, because he knew how to open doors. I've got fire safety doors, so they're quite heavy. So I mean, I have door stops, things when they're open and stuff, but he couldn't actually like open the doors because they're heavy. I could hear him like jumping on the handle. So he knows how to open doors. He understands what a door is. I don't know if maybe in the like foster home they had like a really big house or something, and they were allowing, because he wasn't out, so he's not like an outside pet. He was never allowed outside. If the house they just had was really big, and suddenly being in that one room made him panic, and suddenly having the freedom of the whole house has calmed him down, because everything I was reading online was telling me not to do it. But ever since I have done it, he's been so much better and so much calmer. Sometimes I feel like you just kind of need to take your own advice and actually do what you think is best for your own cat. However, at nighttime, he is still shouting. Last night was better. I've gone more into detail in the little vlog things I've done. He's getting better. I think it's just going to take him a little time to properly settle down. And I'm trying to teach him now that, like, if he does scream, he will be put in a room, because I'm trying to teach him not to do that to get attention. But it happens predominantly at night, and I don't really know why, because my thing is, like, I need him to be able to meow like that when he's in, like, pain or something, not just for attention, because it sounds like he's dying. He's absolutely fine, because as I said, he was doing it in the bathroom, that wailing sound like he was in agony. As soon as I opened the door, I was like, oh, was something wrong? I think he's going to be very easy to get on with people. I don't think we're going to have like a territorial kind of situation where, because my sister's cats, when we were younger, in 2013, she had these 2 cats. They were cute, but they were fucking awful. They only liked my sister and her husband at the time. Anyone else, they were so territorial and was like scratch you, they would hiss, they would like jump at you, they were so evil. I've always been very worried that if I ever got a cat, it would be like that. But seeing how Globex was with Jamie and Shaba, I'm not worried. The way that he so fast warmed up to them, I don't know if maybe it's because he's really young. One thing I am really trying to like teach him as well is to like play with his toys. He's not been very, I guess, playful with his stuff. It's been very sort of like he loses interest very easy. I bought like a crap ton of stuff. I've got like the string toys with bells on and stuff. I've got like lots of balls that have like bells in that they rattle and things. But what he'll does is like, I'll have a ball and I'll shake it and he'll get really excited that he can hear this noise, and I'll throw it for him and he'll go after the ball and then like we'll just stop dead in front of it and then walk away. And I want him, and he does this all the time, but I really want him to like learn that if he like pats it with his paw, if he just kind of like knocks it, it'll roll and he'll be able to play with it. He doesn't understand that you can like hit the ball and the ball will roll and he'll continue to have fun. It's like he's like wants me to throw it, and I'm fine to play with him, but of course I would still love for him to be able to like hit the ball and be like, oh look, he can kind of entertain himself for a second. Like I would love that. I will put a link down below where I got him from as well. So if you're in the UK and you happen to maybe in the market for adopting a cat, I'll put a link to their Facebook group in the description, so you can go check them out if you happen to be in the you know, realm of maybe adopting a cat. I always wanted to like adopt a cat. I didn't want to just buy, obviously adopt, don't shop. You know, I completely agree with that. It sounds weird to be like, I lucked out, because he is my perfect cat. He's something that I really want. Like he's the perfect cat for me. So it's weird to be like, I lucked out because of course he was abandoned, which is really sad. But thank you for joining me today. I know it's been a bit of a different type of video. I really wanted to like put this on my main channel just because it is such a big thing in my life that there's like, you know, there's actual new creatures come into my world. Annoys me a little bit sometimes with the screaming, but we're getting through it. As I said, last night was so much better than it has been before. The only place he can't go is this room unless I'm inside it. Like he's more than welcome to come in now while I'm here, because I can make sure he's not going to scratch, you know, the computer or anything. This is the only room that he can't come in without me. He's got free range of the whole house otherwise. Share any information or stories down below. Lots of updates to go. His Instagram's down below, so I can follow his Instagram. I'm trying to post there at least once a day, so come join the fun. Because he wasn't here, I'm going to take my camera and actually go to him and take some photos and some nice footage of him for the next couple of days before I post this on Mondays. There'll be lots of things in him. I was kind of hoping that I'd be able to have him here, but of course with cats are very consent animals. I think a lot of people don't like cats sometimes because they can't just like do what they want to them. Like dogs are very much like kind of like me, give me attention. With cats, it's like, I will give you attention and then I will leave you. You know, I am someone who respects the cat. I quite like the distance, to be honest. Like he has his own little space sometimes. It's quite nice to have a bit of a break. But yeah, cats are consent animals. So if you're someone who wants something that's gonna be, you can do this all the time, it's not gonna happen. Cats are not like that. Can you hear that?